Have you ever felt like you're talking to a woman, but somehow you're not really reaching her? Like everything seems smooth on the surface. She smiles. She agrees. She responds. And yet something feels slightly off, like there's a distance you can't explain. And the truth is, you're not imagining it, because you're not talking to just one version of her. You're talking to three. And the version you think you understand the most is usually the least real. This is where most men get it completely wrong. They listen to words but miss the meaning. They look at behavior but misunderstand intention. And then months later, sometimes years later, they feel confused when everything suddenly shifts. Not because she changed, but because they were only seeing the surface all along. So today, I want you to understand something that will completely change how you see women, relationships, and connection. Every woman operates in 3 layers. And if you don't understand these layers, you will always misread her. The first layer is the surface. This is the version of her you meet first. Polite, warm, easy to talk to. She seems agreeable. But here's the part many men don't realize. This layer is mostly social behavior. It's the version of her designed to keep interactions comfortable and respectful. Think about it. When people meet someone new, they usually present the safest version of themselves. Friendly, balanced, non-confrontational. Women are especially skilled at this. Psychologists sometimes call this social filtering. It allows someone to interact without immediately revealing deeper emotions or personal thoughts. And if a man mistakes this layer for genuine emotional connection, he often ends up confused later. Because politeness is not the same as closeness. This brings us to the second layer, the emotional entrance. This is where things become much more interesting. When a woman begins to feel emotionally comfortable, her behavior subtly shifts. Her conversations become more personal. Her reactions become more genuine. She starts revealing opinions instead of just agreeing. But reaching this layer requires something most men overlook: emotional awareness. If a man only focuses on impressing her, showing status, or trying too hard to be perfect, he often stays stuck at the surface. But when a man listens carefully, responds calmly, and shows real curiosity about her thoughts, something different happens. She begins to feel understood, and emotional safety begins to form. Psychologically, humans open up when they feel safe from judgment. And emotional safety is one of the strongest triggers for deeper connection. But even this second layer isn't the deepest one. There is still a third entrance, and very few men ever reach it. The third layer is the inner core. This is where a woman's true self exists. Her real fears, her real desires, her deeper values. This layer is not easily visible, and it doesn't open because someone is charming. It opens through consistency, through trust built over time. When a woman believes someone understands her not just emotionally, but also respects her individuality. When that happens, something powerful changes. Her guard drops completely. Her communication becomes direct, and the connection becomes authentic rather than performative. But here's the important truth. You cannot force your way into this layer. Many men try. They push for deeper conversations too quickly. They demand emotional openness before trust exists. And that often has the opposite effect. Because real connection grows slowly, not through pressure, but through presence. And this is why some men appear naturally attractive in relationships. It's not always about looks. It's not always about money. Often, it's about their ability to understand emotional pacing. They don't rush the process. They observe. They listen. And they allow the connection to develop naturally. Psychologists often describe attraction as a process of gradual emotional investment. The deeper the emotional safety, the deeper the connection. And when a man understands these three layers, something interesting happens. He stops chasing validation. He stops overanalyzing every word. Instead, he focuses on understanding the person in front of him. And that shift alone can change the entire dynamic of a relationship. So the next time you find yourself talking to a woman and everything feels polite but distant, remember this. You might only be seeing the first layer. And that's completely normal. Real connection takes time. Understanding takes patience. And emotional trust is something that grows slowly. But when you begin recognizing these layers, you'll start seeing interactions in a completely different way. And many of the things that once felt confusing will suddenly make sense. Now I'm curious about your experience. Have you ever felt like someone was being friendly, but still emotionally distant? Or have you noticed how people behave differently once they feel truly comfortable? Let me know in the comments. Your perspective might help someone else understand relationships a little better. And if you enjoy learning about female psychology, attraction, and human behavior, make sure you like the video. It helps more people discover this content. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights into the psychology behind relationships and connection. Because once you understand the deeper patterns of human behavior, you start seeing people and relationships in a whole new light.